There's trouble brewing within Cuyahoga County government. The sheriff has just filed a lawsuit against County Executive Chris Ronayne. 19 Data journalist Dan DeRose is here now to walk us through this. Dan, most people would assume the county executive is the sheriff's boss.
Yeah, no, not really. And then in another twist, Cuyahoga County is one of the only counties in the state that doesn't elect the sheriff. The county executive appoints the sheriff, and then the sheriff has to be confirmed by the county council. But still, this is really odd territory here. We've got the sheriff is now, Harold Pretel is suing Chris Ronayne. Let's go through the actual court record here. County executive, this is what the sheriff is accusing Chris Ronayne of. County Executive Chris Ronayne has ignored the independence of the sheriff's department by improperly seeking to exert oversight, authority, and control over the sheriff's department. The Cuyahoga County charter is very different, again, from the rest of the state. You have the county government, but it says the sheriff's department, according to this lawsuit, gets to remain independent and doesn't have the oversight that you would think. This conduct includes, this is again the accusation against Chris Ronayne. This conduct includes, but is not limited to, removing control of human resource functions from the sheriff's department, dictating decisions about the employment of sheriff's department employees, and attempting to take control of the fiscal management responsibilities of the sheriff over his own department. This appears to be a struggle over the amount of overtime that's being spent by and for sheriff deputies. They're low on numbers and they're getting lots of overtime. County executive appears to be trying to come in and change that. That lawsuit goes on to say the defendant, Chris Ronayne, has wrongly asserted that he has superior administrative authority over the sheriff's department. He's asking for an injunction from the judge to get Chris Ronayne out of his books and out and off of his employees. Here's the statement we got. And this is also another wrinkle. Normally, we would be able to ask for a comment or an interview from both sides. The problem is the public information officer, the communications department, is the same person for both of these people. The sheriff's in Columbus. We're hoping to get an interview with him tomorrow. Here's the comment for or on behalf of the county and Chris Ronayne. While we cannot comment directly on the pending litigation, we are disappointed that Sheriff Pretel has chosen to waste public taxpayer money on a meritless lawsuit. This is not a good look and has potential to get extremely ugly in the coming weeks.